See if we can try and stick in his toe as much as we can on his first lap, but he's super quick.
Thank you, mate.
Oh, more stuff happening behind to look at. This is the class of the 6.9k drive. Morning all. It's very early on a winter's morning here in the 4X Addicts. It's chilly, but hey, we want to get a race in before work. We've got a busy day today at work, and I'm not going to get a chance to do it any other time this week. So we're going to head to Interlagos in the GT4 Fixed series. Not incredibly popular this week, so we're going to end up in a single split. But hey, we're not going to have it all our own way by any stretch. Fabrizio Belzetti is in here, and Fabrizio is almost at 7k on his iRacing. Nonetheless, we have a fairly low car number. If we get a decent qualifying, hopefully we can stay out of the way of the carnage and the dive bombs that seem to proliferate around Interlagos. If we don't do well in this race, this single split race, we're going to lose a bucket load of iRating. In fact, when I first started this channel, I had a much higher iRating then. And the very first race that we did turned out to be a bit of a disaster. That was at Interlagos in the TCRs. That lost us quite a lot of iRating. With the off tracks around every single corner here, can we even get a single green, let alone a double green? Now, one thing to do before we start is to have a quick look at where those off tracks are in critical parts of the track, where it's very easy to run just a little bit too far off track and get yourself a 1x. So I'll head into a quick practice session now and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, we're going to head out now and just show you what happens when we push just that little bit too hard and the point at which it registers an off track. This is the first corner where it's a problem. We'll run out here. Oh no, oh no. And we just run a little tiny bit off the track there. A little tiny bit, and that's enough to give us that off track. You see that flash up at the top of the screen there? Then the next one is coming up here. Uphill at this point, but then the angle changes of how steep it is, and you start to lose a bit of grip at the front, and you can run wide. So we're going to run just a little bit too far off this curb, just off that vent. Ah, we've got ourselves an off track. So the final one is when we come round to that blue bit at the end of the lap. And again, if the centre of the car happens to cross over onto that blue bit, then you get yourselves an off track. So I'll have a look at that down here. Keep an eye on the centre of the car, kind of where my cross logo is. We're okay at this point. Now we'll wander over towards that blue bit. And we just pushed a little bit too hard there. And we got the off track. Right, we'll have another look at that when we stay just within the legal requirements. Okay, we're heading into these corners now, and we're going to really push our luck with the off track. So we're going to try and keep it just on track and see how close we can get. Now, coming into this corner here, on the exit. There we go, just kept a little tiny bit of the car in contact, and we were okay. So the next one, of course, is up this hill. Like I say, we're going slightly uphill, and as we turn around, we're okay, but then the track kind of just drops away a little bit here, and we run a bit wide. So we're okay, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay, because we didn't let the centre of the car come off the curb. Now the final one, with that evil blue that sucks you in. We're okay here. And then we use this track and we will not let half the car cross the line, and we're okay. Again, it's that centre point of the car going onto the blue which will give you the off track. Okay, so now we know all that. Let's head into qualify and see if we can put a good lap in. Right, well, we're still waking up and trying to warm up as we head into the session then. This is the warm up before the session. We'll have a quick look at the entries here. And we see there's quite a lot of yellow. This might be a concern, but then not a surprise for this time in the morning. Obviously, lots of people in the Americas, and of course Australia, New Zealand as well. A couple of Europeans in here. So Michael from the UK, Miguel from Iberia, and we're car number 3. So out of 16, single split race, chance of a decent result. It thinks we might get a podium. We'll see. We'll head into qualifying and see where we actually end up. So usual story, we'll head out, warm the car up as much as we can, then do a banker lap. Try and not get any off tracks at all, just to get a time on the board, and then we'll push a little bit harder to try and get a quick time. Again, hoping we don't get off tracks, but hopefully we've already got a banker in the bag by that point. So I'll head out and see how we do.
Your exit is clear. Okay, Damo. We've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Okay, as we head up the hill now to start our banker lap. One thing we've noticed, the track temperatures are super high. We're in 138 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So the car won't feel like it would do on other circuits with lower track temperatures. But hey, same for everybody, so we'll see how we do. The priority on this banker lap is to try and get round without any off tracks. Easier said than done at Interlagos. Right, short run to the line. We'll keep it tight to the left hand here. Let it breathe a bit there, but bring it back into the left. So we may well be relying on this banker, so we want it to be quick. But that's one done. Right, let's push a bit harder.
P2, you've just done a 141.52.
So the delta you'll see there, that is my best ever lap. It's not the lap we set just now. So we'll just try and get close to that. We don't have to beat it to improve our time, but we'll try to anyway.
The leader has just done a 140.53.
Okay, I think we're slightly better than we were on the previous lap. So now it's all about the shortest run to the line possible. Again, let it breathe a little bit there. We're not going to get anywhere near that 6.9k driver at the top. But 141.4
0.9 off the leader's pace.
puts us within a second of their time. And we haven't had a time come in yet for the number 2 car. Maybe they're starting from the back of the grid. Maybe they've had off tracks. We'll jump out the car and have a look at their incidents. Just see if they've actually struggled to put a lap in. So if we go to results, we see that number 2, Miguel, is right down in P15 at the moment. And has a checkered flag. So I don't know if you guys can see that. 6 incidents that had a bad qualifying. So it looks like there's a good chance, unless Owen puts in a great lap, we're going to be on the front row. Right, let's head to the grid and see if we can convert that into a good result. Okay, so rolling start here. It's not a full lap, but it is most of a lap. So we'll come back when we're about to go green. Right, best we wake up fast because we're about to race. It looks like the
Stay behind the safety car.
The guy on pole's in an Aston Martin. It was nearly a second quicker than me, but that is a 6.9k driver. And then we have 4 Porsches behind us. So we're in the BMW, of course. Track temp's up to 137. It's a hot one. Oh. The number 1 car not really respecting the fact that I'm in the right-hand lane there, though he was quite far in front of me, of course, but... Try and get some heat into these brakes. He's leaving a big old gap to the pace car here, so he's going to try and get a jump up the hill. There's no reason to be leaving this big of a gap. Unless you're trying to get a big old run at the pace car. Right, I can see him on my left-hand screen. Oh, the tension's rising here. When's he going to go? I can see it, but I'm also listening for a sudden burst of acceleration. Really, I want to cover off the inside.
Alright, Damo, get ready.
Oh. I heard Jim, and as soon as I heard something,
Green.
it triggered my throttle.
15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
Right, nice and sensible here. Cold tyres still. See if we can try and stick in his toe as much as we can on his first lap, but he's super quick. William behind us now, 1 second behind already. We've already made a bit of a gap. Here's stuff happening behind. We'll look at everyone's instance after the race, of course. Nice boring race now, please.
Thank you, mate.
Oh, more stuff happening behind to look at. Try not to get any off tracks here. We want safety rating as well as I rating.
Hold your brakes when you spin out, man.
Well, there's definitely been some action behind if people are asking people to hold their brakes.
I wouldn't have gotten collected if you did.
Right, decent exit to that corner, but we're over a second behind him already. This is the class of a 6.9k driver. Fabrizio just managing to just pull away from us like we're in a different class. But hey, he's only going to get 9 I rating if he wins this race. We just need to secure this P2, guys. And while I get a chance, I'm actually going to give a shout out to Labroca Sim Racing, who's decided he's going to be putting my logo on his car for a race coming up, which is fantastic. So that's Ben Harrison. A lot of you probably will already know Ben. Follow him on YouTube. If you don't, please go and check out his channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description. But hopefully this is now going to be a fairly simple race for us, maintaining P2 and not getting any off tracks. Now William behind has caught us a little bit there, so we're not going to have it all our own way. We're going to have to still keep pushing. So this track is famous for its off tracks. If we get 0x here, it's a bit of a miracle, but hey, it's what we do.
The leader has just done 140.35.
Already
Sectors
into the
1 and
40s,
are
at the low
0.30
40s.
off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
I'm pushing. Trying to maintain my discipline. Not often I drive to BMW, but you know what? It's okay. I'm certainly not regretting my choice when I'm running P2. I'll take that every day of the week. But mainly Wednesday mornings.
The gap behind's increased to 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, keep that good news coming, Jimbo. Oh, nearly cut the inside of that corner too much there. Had to delay getting on the throttle, and I think that's brought William back in a little bit. He's still over 2 seconds behind, but...
Okay, Damo, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Wow,
Great
short
drive.
races
Keep it
these.
up.
They are short races, which is good. Checkered flag now would be great.
That lap time was 1:41.61.
I had to do a little bit of a breather off the throttle there because I just felt like the rear tyres were about to spin up. Hasn't cost us too much time. We're still very, very close to our delta.
P2.
P2. You know what though this guy in front is probably driving within himself. If he makes a mistake, you never know, we could be in there. It's a big old risk for someone with that high an I rating to be in a single split race like this, because if he does make a mistake, if he gets collected by someone else, he's going to lose over 100 I rating easy by dropping down the order. I mean, if I finish last here, I'll probably lose 100 I rating. That was a bit better. Right, this might now be my best ever lap round here. We've managed to get the gap behind up to 3 seconds. And we're still on 0x. That's 4 laps done out of 9. There's a 41.1, I'm well pleased with that. 41.1. Of course, the lead is a lot quicker, but I've got to know my place. This is my place. As always, try to be super patient with the throttle around that corner because it's so easy to run wide and getting off track on the exit.
Half distance. Fuel looks good.
Better do. Looking for Charles Leclerc's car around here somewhere, abandoned at the side of the road. With these weird corner names like Bico to Pato, which I think means duck beak or something like that. Pinorino. Oh, I could have carried a bit more speed through there. It's going to hurt me as I get to the top of this hill. You see where Delta's red. It's going more and more red. I just didn't carry enough speed through the final corner. Gap behind is now 3.7. I've warmed up a bit. Best thing to do on a winter's day. Oh, Oh, I missed that apex. I normally use pretty much all of the curb on the inside of turn 1 to try and stick to the left-hand side so I get a good run out of the centre S. There, I just couldn't get the front end and that's cost me a couple of tenths. If you haven't liked the video already, please do give it a like, guys, so I know what you like to see. Helps YouTube to show my channel to more people as well. And of course, please leave a comment if you're thinking about doing this race this week, what you're looking forward to. And if you have done the race this week already, let me know how it went. If you've done a video for it as well, let me know and I'll go check it out. Let me know what car you drove in the race or what car you would choose, whether you do the race or not. What do we think about the sound of this BMW? It's a bit of a whingy teenager, isn't it? Oh. Oh. Sounds a bit like that. To me, anyway.
To go. You're looking good for a podium.
Good, good, good. You can tell when I'm not under pressure, can't you? Even though my heart rate is quite high. I really should concentrate on the race.
The gap behind is now 3.8 seconds.
3.8, okay, that's okay.
142.10. Sectors 1 and 3 are 0.46 off
That's
the
better.
pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
So that felt a bit better around the centre S. Williams now 4 seconds behind. And we have the number 2 car making his way up through the field. He's up to P5. Is he going to be a threat?
Sorry.
Oh, there's a sorry.
Thank you, mate. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, check that out.
Oh, man, thank you, man.
Oh, a dive bomb
I
perhaps.
didn't expect you to slow up so much, bro. You're on the outside line. I thought you were gonna brake later.
This is a track that breeds dive bombs. A lot of the corners tighten up on the entry. Turns 1 and then a few of those in the midsection there. Oh, I've got an off track.
Pay attention to track limits, please.
No clean race for us. Still just 1x. It's not a very long race. There's still a couple of laps to go. If we can keep it clean, hopefully we'll get a double green on this one. At the moment, P2 is going to give us 47 I rating. I'll take that. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's not over yet though. I say we've got people behind us who are quite quick, and I could easily stuff it at any corner. If you haven't already checked it out, have a look back at the LDFR and La Broca community race we did recently in the MX-5. Absolutely hilarious fun, that one. Whoa. I'll break myself there. It's going to bring William back into play. He's still 4 seconds behind. I think we're okay. It's just giving him a little ray of hope, isn't it? Oh, I just saw the leader there. I can still see him.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Right, does that mean white flag this lap? Probably not. Oh, it might do, actually. Yeah, it might do. What are we doing? 140s. Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, there's 1 minute 40 left. And the leader's about to cross the line. I reckon this will be white flag. Gap behind. Yep, white flag, gap behind is now just 3.7. So William has definitely caught me on that lap. Okay, one clean lap and we're okay.
Okay, Damo, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
Lovely stuff. Whoa, back end talking to me again. Yep, now 3.7. That felt better. I mean, it's the first time I've actually properly nailed that corner.
Temperature's increasing.
Unfortunately,
140.
I was nearly a second down at that point on the lap anyway. But we're just keeping it nice and calm. Braking a few metres earlier than we have been. And we're maintaining that gap to William behind. Not overdriving the car. I generally find that this track, if you underdrive it slightly, you don't actually lose that much time. But overdriving it, you lose so much time. And a run up to the line for a podium. As Damien Cross finishes P2. Who would have thought it, eh? Who would have thought the bridesmaid would come to the line in second place? I'm really happy about that. Not the most interesting race from a battling point of view, but actually really good display of discipline. I had to really concentrate there.
Well done. Decent drive.
Thank you very much. And that's over. Right, we'll have a look at everybody's instance. Okay, let's have a look at everybody's X's. 1 X's, 2 X's, 4 X's. Let's see what it shows us. This is into turn 1. What happened here then? Just a little bit of a love tap. Oh, and then into the wall for the 8. This is then down to that tight left-hander. The Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton corner. Oh, what a spin. And he got straightened up. And is he going to... Oh, just drifts into the other people. Not a lot of control there, so nothing he could have done. Unfortunate. Right, this is the 7 car, and he gets collected, yeah. And then it spins off. Oh, and the Beamer just manages to avoid him. Okay, then coming up to the start-finish line. This just a blink then, or a wall rub? Yeah, that was just a tiny bit of a scrape to the barrier and the pit lane entry. Okay, down to that left-hander again. Oh, 14 ran wide. Tried to stop the off-track. Got on the brakes, he got a bump. Okay, oh, side by side on the centre S's. How's this going to work? Yeah, just a little bit of a tap again. Both survived, nothing to worry about there. Okay, is this going to be another wall scrape? Let's have a look. Yeah, just a bit of a netcode wall scrape there. Might as well stick with this just to see what happens here at turn 1. A gaggle of cars all in each other's toe. The Mercedes makes a move down the inside of the 11. Oh! And the Mercedes takes him out. Well, I'd be a bit aggrieved if I was the number 11 there, but hey, it's Interlagos things. Okay, the 10 and the 14. Is this going to be a bit of a send? A bit of a half-hearted, like, wander up the inside. A gap that the 14 was always going to close. I don't know if he misunderstood whether the 14 was letting him past. Answers on a postcard. Okay, the 4. Oh, 4 spinning. Is he going to rescue it? No. Okay, the 9 has been in a lot of incidents. Up to the inside of the Cookie Monster, and the Cookie Monster just turned in. Didn't expect there to be a second car there, I don't think. That's the end of that. Actually, quite a clean race, considering all the chat on the radio. Let's go check out some results. Right, here we go. And as we expected, a nice double green. Just what we needed right now. Puts our iRating up to 28.24 in the GT4 Falken Tyre Challenge Fixed, 6:30 AM on a Wednesday morning. So this was a single split race, as we saw. So Fabrizio, league of his own, only gained 9 iRating, getting close to the 7k there. The biggest winner looks like it might well have been William, who finished P3 in the number 5 car. He gained 62, beat Miguel in the 2 car, who finished P4. And then big losers, not really any massive losers. Owen lost 78 for finishing in P15. A nice way to conclude the GT4 race for this week here at Interlagos, a track that I quite like, but sometimes can attract dive bombs and off tracks. To get a double green in a single split race is a bit of a relief. But if you've liked this video, please do give it a like, of course. And if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, as well as iRacing races, hints and tips, all that kind of stuff, more of that coming as this channel continues to grow, then please do subscribe. I need more subscribers, so get on there, and in your subscribe settings you'll see a notifications bell which you can set to all if you want to go live or put a new video up. Coming up this week, at the end of this week, we have Monday Mazda MX-5s, which will be at Zandvoort, so I'll be live on Monday evening. Like I say, that notifications bell, get that ticked so you know when I go live there. And that's a free league, and there's still time to join, there's still spaces on it if you want to join it as well. But hey, until then, check out a couple of these videos. I'm going to leave you with a link to the video to Lorenzo's live stream from my point of view. So that was the LDFR and La Broca community race. I'm going to leave you with that and another video that might interest you. But until next time, have a great week or weekend, whatever it is you're going to do.